I'm Ilya Marchenko.
I'm Dennis Kudla.
I'm Jesper de Jong.
I'm Henry Laaksen.
I am Francisco Cerundolo, and you are listening to the Game to Love podcast.
Last year,
Novak Djokovic has left Australia after losing his appeal against his visa cancellation.
He knew the conditions since a lot of months ago.
I was just following the rules. I came in with all the valid papers.
The volley! It's so good! He's done it!
It's the miracle in Melbourne.
Novak Djokovic has been granted a visa allowing him to play in next year's Australian Open.
Fans who taunt Djokovic are on notice. Do so and you'll be kicked out by security.
Carlos Alcaraz is out of the Australian Open.
I look at my ranking, it's giving me a lot of confidence, but on the other hand I know that these are just the numbers. Anybody can win a Grand Slam right now.
Who is going to avoid Novak Djokovic? Daniel Medvedev's in the same court as Rafael Nadal.
It doesn't get much worse, I'm sorry.
Can Raducanu beat Coco Gauff in a second round bet?
Felix Auger-Aliassime will win the Australian Open. Iga Swiatek will win.
Aryna Sabalenka and Taylor Fritz. Yes, you heard it here first.
Novak Djokovic, clear winner for me. So my projected semi-finals for the women's: Zheng against Pegula and Garcia against Samsonova.
I see Novak Djokovic holding his 10th Australian Open trophy this year. I see Maria Sakkari winning her first Grand Slam title at the Australian Open.
The Nicholas Kyrgios Steven train is powering his way through to an Australian Open title win, and he's taken out Novak Djokovic on his way.
Welcome back. We are here for the last quarterfinal of the day. Stefanos TSITSIPAS, the third seed, versus Jiri Lehecka of the Czech Republic, and next-gen finals fame. So we just saw a rather strange match, actually, or an unexpected match anyway, between Jessica Pegula and Victoria Azarenka. Pegula just did not find her tennis at all, and it was a pretty comfortable win in the end, 6-4, 6-1 for Azarenka. But here we go. Tsitsipas won the toss and elected to serve, so he is ready to get play underway. Stefanos Tsitsipas. And it's a good serve. The block return goes long by Lehecka. 15-love. Good start. So you'd think that Tsitsipas probably one of the only guys left in the draw that could potentially trouble Djokovic, I think, for this title. He's the heavy favourite, I would say, in that top half to come through to make the finals. But then he would await, well, the winner of this one, of course. It's he's got to beat Lehecka first, who I have to say has had some pretty good wins already so far this tournament. If you just watch, what a cross-court forehand from Tsitsipas. Lehecka gets some good depth. The forehand now from Tsitsipas, and into the net goes Lehecka, 30-love. See, Lehecka's, route to the quarterfinal, he's beaten Chris Eubanks, Borna Coric, Cam Norrie, Felix Auger-Aliassime, so not a mean feat at all. Some pretty great players to be on the way to your first Grand Slam quarterfinal. But Tsitsipas would definitely be the favourite coming into this one, and in the semi-final awaits Karen Khachanov, who got a win over Seb Korda earlier. Although it was unfortunate, he won the first two sets. Did Khachanov, and then Korda had to retire with a wrist injury, I believe it was. Hopefully everything's all right with Korda, who's had a great week of tennis here at the Oz Open. And into the net goes Tsitsipas there, 30-15. Hey, Michael. Good to be back, isn't it? I haven't read it, actually. I watched the Netflix documentary, but I haven't read the book yet. So yeah, Tsitsipas, he was on the collision course to meet Daniil Medvedev in the semi-finals, but Medvedev obviously being knocked out by Korda. That's another good serve from Tsitsipas. Long goes the return, 40-15. Yeah, it was a shame that Medvedev couldn't quite get through to that to the end stages of this tournament. But Korda played some great tennis there. Medvedev didn't play badly. It just wasn't quite good enough to beat that really high level the court had produced. What a serve from Tsitsipas as the open court, but Lehecka is there. The forehand now from Tsitsipas. Lehecka goes cross court, forehand cross court. Tsitsipas just clips the top of the net, but on we go. Down the line now, Lehecka playing defense. Tsitsipas takes the volley out of the air, hits it right back to Lehecka, has to play another volley. Lehecka's there once again with a lob. That is beautiful. How did Lehecka win that point? What a lob. 40-30. And there you go. There's some early signs of what Lehecka can do. He was completely out at that point, really. Tsitsipas made that mistake with hitting the volley right back to him. And he took full advantage. Andy Murray-esque, that lob. Who incidentally has been the highlight of this tournament, I have to say, for me anyway. Andy Murray in that first week. Second serve here for Tsitsipas. Hi, Tanya. Yeah, it has been a while. Sorry, everybody, that especially with this Australian Open being mostly overnight for me, it's been tough, but it's great to be back. So we go back and slice from Lehecka into the net. Goes Tsitsipas. And what looked to be an easy service hold for Tsitsipas is now to deuce. Lehecka with some early pressure here. Tsitsipas already trying to pump himself up. He's 21 is Lehecka, so he was just on that cut off the next gen finals. And did he lose to Nakashima in the final there? That's a good serve. The block return comes short. Tsitsipas puts the forehand away easily, and it's advantage Greece. He had some good wins at the United Cup. Stefanos TSITSIPAS for Greece. Couldn't quite make the final there. They made the semi-finals, didn't they? It was won by a very strong-looking Team USA who, well, it's not the Team USA that is still left in this tournament. I mean, the Americans left. You got Ben Shelton and Tommy Paul. With Jess Pegula bowing out to Azarenka a little bit earlier. Can't solve her quarterfinal problem. And that's wild from Lehecka. And it is a hold of serve in the end for Stefanos TSITSIPAS. A little bit of early pressure, but he is through safely. Tsitsipas leads by 1-0. So good start then. Flying the flag for Greece after Maria Sakkari lost to an inspired Julin, who then eventually succumbed in 3 sets to Azarenka, who is through to the semi-finals. And yeah, indeed, Stefanos TSITSIPAS and Novak Djokovic are the two men that could become number one after this tournament. I think that they both either would have to reach the final to do that, potentially even win the tournament, but they both still can. Here we go, the win predictor. 82% for Tsitsipas versus 18% for Lehecka. Yeah, we had it started off as a slightly quiet stream on the previous one, but we did have a lot of people come back in then. But yeah, it's maybe it's still a bit early in the morning. I had to set my alarm for the previous match. But yes, this should be a good one, this. I mean, if Lehecka plays the tennis that he has been so far this tournament, it should be a competitive match. But love 15 here as that goes into the net from Lehecka. So as I said, Khachanov is the first semi-finalist, and then we got the other quarterfinals to be played tomorrow. So the order of play for tomorrow, incidentally, it starts with Karolina Pliskova versus Magdala Net. That's followed by Arina Sabalenka versus Donna Vekic, and then Ben Shelton versus Tommy Paul. And the night matches, of course, somewhat predictably, Andrei Rublev versus Novak Djokovic, my boy Rublev. I don't think he's going to be able to find a way past Djokovic, but I really hope he's going to give it a good go, because it was a great win for him in the previous round in 5 over Rune, winning without playing his best tennis. But he looked very good against Dan Evans, did Rublev. So fingers crossed. And early pressure here already for Lehecka at love 30. Doesn't find the first serve again. Hi, Aurora. Oh, watching in Japan. Brilliant. So, yes, it's so nice to see you all again. It really is. Okay, Lehecka. Oh, nice forehand. Tsitsipas gets a racket to it, but deals with the overhead smash well, does Lehecka. The 15-30, sorry. Tsitsipas has had a lot of crowd support here at the Oz Open. There tends to be a lot of Greek support here, but the crowd like that one. They do like an underdog as well, mind. Yeah, Lehecka causing the final blow to the Netflix curse. With all the players featured in Breakpoint. Well, in the first part anyway, knocked out before the quarterfinal stages. Second serve here, 4-on return. Oh, he's missed that wide. That was a chance for Tsitsipas to get a break point there. 30 all. Stokes asking what's the prediction for this match. I think Tsitsipas is going to win it. I think he's been playing too good at tennis, but I think Lehecka is going to make it competitive. I mean, the players that he's beaten on the way to this quarterfinal. I think Tsitsipas is just going to have enough, I think. But my predictions have gone out the window in terms of my pre-tournament predictions. So let's see. Into the net goes the slice from Tsitsipas, 40-30. Yeah, the scheduling has been a bit of a talking point, really, hasn't it, at this year's Oz Open, because how late the matches have been played. We shouldn't really have that problem now going forward with just the 4 matches being played. So there's not a second. Well, tomorrow anyway, there's not a second night session match. Today there were 2 night session matches, but tomorrow it's 3-day session singles and 1 for the night session. Okay, here we go. The backhand slice from Tsitsipas. Forehand cross-court from Lehecka. Backhand slice again. Inside in from Lehecka. Tsitsipas goes back down the line and into the net goes Lehecka. To juice we go. Yeah. Well, there is a second part to the Netflix series, actually. And, it features Iga Swiatek, I believe, who is out. It features, Arina Sabalenka and Stefanos TSITSIPAS, so they are both still in. So the second part of the Netflix curse hasn't struck yet. And who else? I can't for the life of me think who else was in it. But all the first part are gone anyway. Oh, we've got a break point here for Tsitsipas early on. Well, maybe my live prediction is gonna work out here with an early breakpoint chance, but in best of 3 anything can happen, as Andy Murray has proved this tournament. Oh, serving volley from Lehecka. What a volley that was. A beautiful backhand drop volley. Lovely. Good morning, Jimmy. Predicts Stefanos in 3. Yeah, I'm trying to decide who I'm cheering for here. I mean, I think I'd be happy with a win for either of these guys for different reasons, I think. Oh, he just missed that Lehecka. It's another break point for Tsitsipas. I think Tsitsipas, would be the one that's going to make the biggest challenge for the final. I mean, assuming that it is Djokovic who gets to the final. We don't know that yet, but Tsitsipas will probably be the one that'll be the most competitive. But then it could be a young gun like Lehecka that could be what it takes. But yeah, either way, I'm chuffed for either of these guys. I don't know if you heard, but Djokovic had forgotten that Tsitsipas he played Tsitsipas in a Grand Slam final. He was asked about Tsitsipas in an on-court interview, or was it in the press conference? I'm not sure. And he said, yeah, well, he's obviously, he's performed really well. He's gotten to many Grand Slam quarterfinals, but I don't think he's reached a final, has he? He was like, they had to remind him, yes, Djokovic, he has. You played him in a final at Roland Garros and beat him from 2 sets to 0 down. So, oh, he's missed that long Lehecka. And it's a 3rd break point here for Tsitsipas. Break point number 3. Yeah, well, Iga is featured in the second part of the Netflix series, but yeah, she was beaten, wasn't she, by Elena Rybakina. That was a tough matchup. I think that one, a lot of people predicted was going to be a tricky one, and it did prove to be in the end. So Rybakina, like you say, will play Azarenka in the semi-final, because what a performance from Azarenka. It was a bit of both, really. Azarenka played really well, and Jess Pegula just didn't show up, especially in that second set. So yeah, it's Vika versus Elena in the semi-final. Yeah, it could be in for a 5-set. I wouldn't be surprised with the way Lehecka. He's played a lot of tough matches, hasn't he, so far? Drop shot from Lehecka, but Tsitsipas is there with the pass and a big fist pump as he sends that forehand down the line, sailing past Lehecka. It's advantage Tsitsipas. It is break point number 4. Yeah, I made a prediction that I think it's going to be a Rybakina Sabalenka final. I think Elena's going to kind of get it all the way to the final. Yeah, that's my prediction, and I'm sticking to it. Rybakina Sabalenka final. Back to Juice we go. This is Juice number 5. 7.5 minute game already on the first service game of Lehecka. And so Breaking the Habit reckons whoever wins this is going to beat Khachanov in the next round. Oh, into the net goes the backhand from Lehecka. It's another break point here for Tsitsipas. Break point number 5. As Rod Laver watches on. Oh, here we go. Steph in 4, but Lehecka's a real shit. Yeah, he's tricky, isn't he? He is tricky. Oh, he's just missed the serve there, Lehecka. Second serve. Finds the serve, runs around for a 4-1 return. Lehecka with the forehand. Tsitsipas down the line. Backhand cross-court for Lehecka. Tsitsipas gets the slice. Lehecka got the net with the volley. Tsitsipas, can he get there? He can. Lehecka with a backhand flick volley. He's missed the backhand flick volley as Lehecka. And Stefanos Tsitsipas gets the early break. He leads by 2 games to love. So Tsitsipas does indeed strike first. And his ace is to start the third game. 15-love, ace down the tee. Yeah, yesterday's match was interesting, wasn't it, between Andrei Rublev and Holger Rune? I didn't get to see it all because of the time difference, but it was a 5-set. It was a match tiebreak, wasn't it? With a dead net cord on match point for Andrei Rublev. But I don't think either player played their best tennis. It wasn't the highest quality match, but it was great from Rublev to find a way through, despite not playing his best tennis. So, yeah, we could end up with a match like that. But like you say, possibly the experience of Tsitsipas might just be enough to get him through in the end. But, I mean, the way he's come out here so far, 30-love. Tsitsipas did play a 5-setter in the previous round as well against Jannik Sinner. Took the first 2 sets kind of comfortably, did Tsitsipas. Sinner had so many break points that he didn't take. Sinner came back and won the next 2 sets, but then the 5th set was a bit shaky from both, but Tsitsipas just held in and got the break, and that was it. So it's 3 game points here for Stefanos Tsitsipas. 40-love to consolidate the break of serve. Can he do it? It's a great serve into the net. Goes the return, and it is. It's a game to love for Stefanos Tsitsipas as he consolidates the break for a 3-love lead. Why is my Tsitsipas button not working? Give me a sec, lads. Here we go. Okay, Jim reckons an easy 4 for Stefanos. Yes, so what happened to Pegula before? So, well, Azarenka came out firing. She got the early break, did Azarenka, and Pegula she looked tight. She wasn't feeling it. a bit shaky. Azarenka took the set 6-4. Then in the second set, Azarenka broke to start it, and you thought, oh gosh, here we go. But Pegula broke straight back, and I thought at that point, here was going to be the fight back. But honestly, she just fell away completely. 6-1 in the end for Azarenka. And like I said, it was a combination of Azarenka playing really, really well and Jessica Pegula just not finding it at all. She didn't really show up. She looked tight, she looked nervous, and maybe the weight of trying to make a first slam semi-final was playing on her mind. I don't know. And it didn't help that Azarenka was just, playing really well. So, that's what happened. Rublev. Oh, it was crazy. Yeah, Andrei Rublev is going to give me a heart attack one of these days with some of these matches. But I was chuffed for him. But crazy. There's been 3 dead net chords on match point now. If you all noticed in this tournament, Andy Murray won one on a dead net chord. Andrei Rublev won a match on a dead net chord, and Tommy Paul did it as well yesterday. But it is 3-love here for Stefanos Tsitsipas. Can Lehecka get himself on the board? We've got a drop shot from Tsitsipas. Lehecka comes into the net. Tsitsipas can't pass into the net. It goes 15-love. So talking about Jannik Sinner, there was a sort of stat the other day that when you remember, he lost in 5 sets, didn't he, to Djokovic in the semi-finals of Wimbledon from 2 sets to 11 up. Djokovic went on to win the title. Then at the US Open, he lost in the semi-finals to Carlos Alcaraz in 5 sets again. Alcaraz went on to win the title. So he's lost in 5 to Tsitsipas here. Maybe does that mean Tsitsipas is going to go on to win the title? Who knows? And that's wide there from Lehecka. And Lehecka now showing some outward signs of frustration here. He's not quite finding it just yet, Lehecka. It has been an enjoyable Aussie Open, hasn't it? I mean, I was saying on the stream earlier, the first day or two, I thought there's not been many upsets, many, big matches. It all seems to be going to plan. And then day 3 hit and all hell broke loose. Oh, what a drop shot from Jiri Lehecka. He's got a good drop shot on him, this guy. 30-15. It was a little drop volley as well, actually. He'd come into the net and just died. That little ball. Just stopped dead off the racket, that. Beautiful. It's a great first serve from Lehecka, 40-15. Just to get himself up and running here. So like I said, we've ended up with, we've got a Rybakina Vika semi-final, and the other semi-final on the women will be decided tomorrow between, it'll be Magdalena versus Karina Pliskova, and then Arina Sabalenka versus Donna Vekic. Finds the second serve, can't make the return, Tsitsipas, so it is a hold for Lehecka. He's on the board. It is 3-1 though to Tsitsipas.
Lehecka! 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 He gon' get ya! Lehecka! 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 He gon' get ya!
I haven't seen that button before. I like it. So here we go. Tsitsipas. Oh, up the net with the backhand volley is just wide. Love 15. Tsitsipas not too happy with that one. And there's Apostolos. Imagine having to bring your dad to work with you every day. And also, they got their first ever Grand Slam doubles win, didn't they? Stefanos and Petros Tsitsipas. So, love 15 Tsitsipas. It's a good serve. The block return into the net. 15-all. So in the bottom half of this men's draw, then we've got Shelton versus Paul, and then Djokovic versus Rublev. So they'll be looking to round out the semi-finals for the bottom half. Djokovic looking for a 10th Australian Open title. Fortunately, we won't have either of the 2 finalists from last year, Rafa or Medvedev. Rafa with that iliopsoas injury. Hopefully, he's going to be back in 6 to 8 weeks, ready for the clay. Long goes the return of serve there from Lehecka, 30-15. And Medvedev just getting outplayed by Korda. So he'll drop out of the top 10, will Daniil Medvedev, for the first time in a good old while. But he was number 1 for a while last year. Hopefully we'll be seeing Carlitos back on the court very soon. There's been pictures of him practicing on the clay again after that injury that has him out of the Oz Open. Great serve there from Tsitsipas, 40-15. He's looking very strong on serve, is the Greek so far. Yeah, we had quite a lot of withdrawals from this year's Oz Open, right? I mean, Carlos Alcaraz, we had Venus Williams withdraw, Marin Cilic withdraw, Naomi Osaka. Just misses that T serve, second serve. And Paula Badosa withdraw, Ayla Tomljanovic withdraw. That was the Netflix curse. Yeah, a lot of big names. But it's still been a great tournament. Oh, serve and volley with a beautiful little cross-court drop volley from Stefanos TSITSIPAS. That was a very, very easy hold of serve for him. And he leads by 4-1. Don't forget to hit the like button if you haven't already. We're almost at 50,000 subscribers as well. And I am going to shamelessly plug my own podcast as well, the First Serve Tennis Podcast, if you haven't subscribed to that already. I've just started that back up, but I'm still a commentator here for Game to Love. It's been a while, but it's good to be back. So yeah, we had, as I was saying earlier, Elena Rybakina defeating Jelena Ostapenko in the opening match, singles match, I should say, of today. 6-2, 6-4 it was to Rybakina, so backing up that win over Swiatek. And then for Khachanov, I mentioned, it was a retirement at 3-love in the third set there, so hopefully Korda is okay. Korda making a funny comment saying that he's the least successful athlete in his family, if you think, with his two sisters, champions on the PGA, well, the women's PGA Tour, and his dad, a former Australian Open champion as well. But if you were to say that there were going to be 2 Americans standing on both the men's and the women's draw in the quarterfinal stages, and those names were Shelton and Paul, I don't think anybody would have believed that. I mean, no Pegula, no Goff, no Tiafoe, no Fritz. Into the net goes the forehand there from Tsitsipas, 15-love. I'm excited to get to watch a bit of Ben Shelton. I haven't seen many of his matches because of the time that they've been on. I've seen a little bit, but yeah, I'm hoping to get up early and watch that one tomorrow, because he seems like such an exciting player, doesn't he, Shelton? Okay, here we go. Backhand from Tsitsipas. The forehand cross-court from Lehecka. Oh, lovely. Tsitsipas tries to get a racket to it, but it's just wide. 30-love. Lehecka pumping himself up already. As you all know, I am a sucker for a one-handed backhand, which Tsitsipas does play with. Just missed the serve wide there, Lehecka. Second serve. Tsitsipas with the forehand return is long. 40-love. Lehecka could do with a easy service hold here. Just to steady things. So we got the Hawkeye Live here just saying, yeah, that was just long. No line judges here. I like the Hawkeye Live system, but Jelena Ostapenko does not. She was challenging nearly every line call. She was not happy with it. Second serve, forehand return from Tsitsipas. The drop shot from Lehecka. Oh, it's lovely. Tsitsipas gets there, but he can't quite pull off the forehand. So it is a game to love for Jiri Lehecka, and it is 4-2 Tsitsipas. So that could be just what the Czech needed, really, just to calm things down a bit. But Tsitsipas still with the break advantage here. Probably will not want to go another 5 sets. It's past like he did against Sinner. But the way Lehecka's been pushing these top players, you wouldn't be surprised. Second serve here for Tsitsipas. Lehecka with the backhand return down the middle. The forehand from Tsitsipas gets the cross court. Now does Lehecka. Tsitsipas. Oh, the lovely forehand down the line. Placed that beautifully. Here we go. So break points saved for this year's Australian Open. Tsitsipas has saved 35 of 41 break points. It's 85% break point save rate for Stefanos TSITSIPAS. That's pretty impressive. So 15 love for Tsitsipas. Great serve. Gets the return with the short ball. Tsitsipas with the backhand down the line. Lehecka lobs it. Tsitsipas lets it bounce. It's landed in. So Lehecka now with the forehand. Tsitsipas cross court. And that one's long. How did Tsitsipas lose that point? I think he was convinced that lob was going to go out, but it landed in. And then that was just long there from Tsitsipas himself. So 15 all. Around. Come on, Stefanos. He's got, like I said, he's got a lot of fans here in Australia. Oh, it's an excellent serve. An ace down the tee and a big fist pump towards the other end of the court from Tsitsipas. 30-15. Is that his second ace of the match? Yes, it is. 2 aces for Tsitsipas, the one for Lehecka so far. Yeah, you can see his stats are good on serve. Tsitsipas serving at 75%, wins 80% of his first serve points. Oh, I thought that was another race out wide there then, but it was just a bit too wide, I think. Second serve. Oh, Lehecka with the crouched block return. Tsitsipas, though, with the easy volley at the net. What a return that was from Lehecka. It came right at him, the body serve. He crouched down, stuck his racket out like a frying pan, and got it back in. But, yeah, Tsitsipas dealt with that well then. Came into the net. Easy volley on the backhand side. 40-15 for Tsitsipas. It's another great serve, and the return is wide from Lehecka. So it's a hold to 15 for Stefanos, and he's a game away now from this opening set. He leads by 5 games to 2. Yeah, it's true. I'm quite enjoying the dark horses coming through as well. It's almost like the ATP is starting to catch up with the WTA in terms of its depth of tennis. I mean, it's always had depth of tennis, but with the other younger players and the lower ranked players kind of coming through, I feel like ATP is entering its WTA era a little bit, and I'm here for it, to be honest. I mean, I'm always a Federer fan, me, but now with Federer retired and. Well, hopefully we're going to have Rafa back for Roland Garros, definitely. But it is so interesting to see sort of draws starting to open up now for the men as well as the women. And yeah, some dark horses. I mean, who'd thought Vika Azarenka, 10 years after she won this tournament, is back into the semi-finals? But yeah, she's playing some great tennis. And you almost think that, it could be like a player like Ben Shelton that could disrupt Djokovic, maybe, a young up-and-coming player with all the confidence in the world now with, making the quarterfinals of the Slam for the first time. I mean, for the first time he's even left the States as well, Ben Shelton. It could be sort of a play like that you might not have played before that could just disrupt Nole. You never know. Yes, a fellow Rafa fan. Yeah, I'm Fidel, always me. I love him to bits. But yeah, like you say, some insane tennis. The college guy. Keep your eye out for Ben Shelton, everybody. 20 years old, isn't he? Hadn't left the States, and now he's into the second week and the quarterfinals of a Grand Slam. But here we go. Lehecka serving with the new balls to stay in this opening set at 5-2 to Tsitsipas. Second serve, yep. And that backhand return is a bit wild from Tsitsipas. 15-love. Like I said, I'm hoping for we're back in a Sabalenka final, I think, on the women's side. I picked Swiatek to win it prior to the tournament. Hopefully she will come back strongly again. I have no doubt she's going to win at least one slam this year, Iga Swiatek. And I'd love to see how long she's going to be a world number one. I think she could potentially be setting some, or getting close to setting some records there. Second serve here for Lehecka, 30-love. It's a good return. The backhand into the net from Lehecka, 30-15. I love Ben Shelton's forehand, such a smooth take back. Yeah, it is a beauty to watch. And you know what? Another forehand that's actually shone this week is Diana Schneider of Russia. If you remember, she played Maria Sakkari and took the opening set. I thought Sakkari was going to be going out. She lost in 3, but the forehand of this girl, she's 18 years old and a lefty and has got a hell of a forehand. So yeah, take a look out for her as well if you like a good forehand. Here we go, Tsitsipas, 30-all from 30-love. He's come in, he's 2 points from the set now. So Lehecka under pressure on serve once again. That's a good serve. The block return from Tsitsipas is long, 40-30. Can he at least ask Tsitsipas to serve this one out? Lehecka, 40-30, first serve. He finds it, the backhand cross-court return, the forehand from Lehecka. The slice backhand from Tsitsipas runs for the forehand, Lehecka. Tsitsipas with the backhand again. Cross-court goes Lehecka. The loopy forehand from Tsitsipas is long, and it is a hold of serve for Lehecka. So he does his bit, and Tsitsipas will have to serve for this one, 5-3. But Lehecka with a good service hold there.
Lehecka, 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 he gon' get ya. Lehecka, 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 he gon' get ya.
Okay, so we have Tsitsipas serving for the set, and he seals the first point with an ace down the tee. That's ace number 3 for Stefanos, 15-love. That is a good start. Yeah, he's serving very well, isn't he, Tsitsipas? 82% of first serve points won now. It's another good first serve. The return is long from Lehecka, 30-love, 2 points away. I'm not convinced by this Adidas kit from Stefanos, although I've not been convinced by the Nike ones, to be honest. I don't think any kits are going to beat the Nike kits of the US Open 2021. Ooh, double fault, Tsitsipas. That is the first of the match for either man, 30-15. Here you go, guys, one question. Lehecka can win. He can win. I mean, we've seen him beat, like I said, Norrie, Auger-Aliassime, Chorich, Eubanks. He can. But Tsitsipas, I think he's just going to have the edge here. Tsitsipas has been to this stage of a slam before. He's been to a slam final. That's a great serve down the tee. Gets the return and play, Lehecka. Down the line he goes, but it's long, and it's 2 set points here for Stefanos Tsitsipas at 40-15. He can if he pulls a quarter against Hurkacz. Yeah, it was a 5-set win, wasn't it, for quarter over Hurkacz? Neither of those guys were particularly playing their best tennis, I don't think, the whole way through that. But, oh, what a serve down the tee for Tsitsipas to seal the opening set. What a way to do it. Tsitsipas in complete control here so far, takes the opening set by 6-3. Are we going to be in for a straight sets win, or is Lehecka gonna bring on the comeback? I don't know, but it's Tsitsipas who's looking good so far. Yes, Sean, I am with you there. I completely agree. It's about the color combos. Yeah, I mean, and it infuriates. I was having this rant on the previous stream as well, so apologies if anybody's listening to this again. But why do players have to wear the same kit in a match? There has to be some kind of coordination where players wear something different. Because you had Belinda Bencic and Arina Sabalenka yesterday, and identical kits, and even wearing the same necklace. And I'm like, tennis shooting itself in the foot there. But anyway, that's a rant for another day. Please, guys, hit the like button if you haven't already, and subscribe to the channel because we are so close to 50,000 subscribers. As we're seeing some highlights of the opening set there. A lovely passing shot from Stefanos TSITSIPAS. Yeah, he's just had surgery, hasn't he, Ram? He pulled out of the Australian Open. Yeah, another one of the Netflix curse. So he's recovering now. Yeah, so many injuries and surgeries going to start this year. I mean, how taxing is the tennis season on the body when you have just, what is it? It's about 2 weeks for the off season as well. It's nothing. But we've got the first major of the year here at the Australian Open. We have had the United Cup for that, which the USA won. Greece reached the semi-finals there. Czech Republic, they won a couple of matches, but I don't think they got out of the group stage, I don't think. Okay, so Lehecka serving to get this second set underway. Oh, what a forehand from Lehecka. Painting the lines. 15-love. Yeah, I was so looking forward to seeing Carlos come back. I mean, because he had that injury that kept him out of Paris last year. And, well, he played some of Paris, but he had to withdraw, and then it kept him out of the ATP finals. And he was saying that, you know, probably the best point of his rehab and his comeback, he sustained this new injury. And, yeah, it was really, really unfortunate for him because, you know, as the reigning Grand Slam champion from the US Open and world number one, yeah, I was really excited to see it. How he would fare here, but hopefully he'll be back on court very soon. And it's another good serve from Lehecka. The return is way long from Tsitsipas, so 40-love. It's a good start for the second set for Lehecka. Just put that opening set behind him. Here we go. There's a pass to loss, showing some support for Tsitsipas, as always. Another good serve. Return right to Lehecka's feet. Tsitsipas now with, oh, it's a beautiful forehand from Tsitsipas. 40-15. So it won't be a game to love for Lehecka. Yeah, what a forehand that was, actually. He ripped that one. Still, 2 game points here for Lehecka. Second serve. Ah, man, are you injured? That's fingers crossed. You recover soon. Hope the rehab's going well. Yeah, who did Zverev lose to? I can't even remember now. I remember him. His match. He had that 5-setter against Barrias, didn't he? But he came through that one. And then who did he lose to? I can't even for the life of me remember now. Oh, what a forehand on the line from Tsitsipas. Follows it up with then a massive inside forehand. So from 40-love to 40-30. It's a good first serve. Now the forehand from Lehecka. Cross-court goes Tsitsipas. Forehand into the corner from Lehecka. That was a great forehand to save the comeback from Tsitsipas there in that game. Lehecka holds on. And he leads by a game to love in this second set. Sorry, first set Tsitsipas.
Lehecka, 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 he gon' get ya. Lehecka, Lehecka. Lehecka, he gon' get ya.
Thanks for yeah, Michael Moe it was, who also had a very, very good tournament. Did Moe. But yeah, that was who we lost to. So Tsitsipas with his first service game in the second set. I feel like Lehecka's put on some muscle since that next gen final lost at the end of last year. I mean, he looks like he's beefed up a bit as Lehecka. 15 love here for Tsitsipas. What I can't get over is how kind of lanky and sort of skinny Yannick Sinner looks, but the power he's got on his shots is immense. Oh, what a return from Lehecka. Someone in Lehecka's box here who's standing up and applauding every point and completely living this with him. So 15 all on the serve of Tsitsipas. Finds the first serve, the block backhand return. Tsitsipas is at the net. Oh, it's a wild forehand from Tsitsipas. a little shrug there from Tsitsipas. Didn't know what happened there. That unforced error. 15-30. The first sort of kind of look in that Lehecka's had on the serve of Tsitsipas. That's a good serve. Follows it up with the forehand right into the corner and a come on from Tsitsipas. 30 all. Yeah, I'm excited to see some of the younger players come through. Yeah, I feel similarly, I think. Although I'm still hoping for a Rafa Roland Garros this year. But yeah, it's I really, really want Andrei Rublev to crack it tomorrow. He's been so good at the lower levels, Rublev, and making it to sort of the quarterfinal stages at a slam. And I'm really wanting to make that breakthrough. But I mean, the way Djokovic played against de Minaur yesterday was just ridiculous. So who knows? It's going to take a tough opponent to take this title away from him, I think. Good morning, Peaches. Yeah, good to see you again. Yeah, I know. This is my second stream of the day as well. I've been up night bright and early today. Right, Tsitsipas, he's coming into the net with a lovely little backhand volley and a shake of the racket up to the crowd. Tsitsipas, because he was under a little bit of pressure in that game, but he comes through unscathed. And it is a game apiece. So back to Lehecka. First set in the bag for Steph. That's a great serve from Lehecka. Return is just long from Tsitsipas. 15 love. He looks pumped, doesn't he, Lehecka? He's up for this. Second serve here for Lehecka. You can see they're pretty evenly matched so far in terms of the winners and the unforced errors. Oh, double commentator's curse. That is Lehecka's first double fault of the match. 1 apiece, 15 all. 40 likes, almost at 50. Thanks everybody for hitting that button. Lehecka with the first serve, the block return from Tsitsipas. There's great depth from Lehecka. He's at the net, Lehecka. Oh, and he can just place that forehand into the corner. 30-15. That was nice play there from Lehecka. I really hope that's the case. Yeah, Rublev prepared for maintain his composure, and I think that's been a thing that I've noticed this tournament so far, that he has been quite mentally composed, Rublev, because he's very hard on himself a lot of the time, and he gets openly frustrated with himself and hits himself with his racket, but he seems to have stayed fairly cool. I didn't get to see all of the Rublev Runa match, so I may have missed some Rublev self-aggression there, but from what I've seen of him, he's been pretty composed so far. So fingers crossed he's going to keep that through tomorrow, because yeah, who can dislike Andrei Rublev? It's just not possible. Oh, lovely volley there from Lehecka. He's got some great touch at the net, Lehecka, especially at that backhand side he's shown today. So far, 40-30. Yeah, silky smooth, that little drop shot. Oh, let on the first serve there. Not a fan of a let on the serve, to be honest. I feel like just get rid of it. Then again, I'm coming from a squash background, so the idea of having two serves was strange to me at first. So I think having two serves and a let is a bit... Oh, second serve there. That clips the net, goes long from Lehecka. That's a good return. The forehand from Lehecka, now the forehand from Tsitsipas. Lehecka with the looping ball. Tsitsipas takes it on the rise. Cross-court goes Lehecka, sails long. So to deuce we go. And here's the pressure now that Tsitsipas has been putting on so many of these service games for Lehecka. So deuce in this men's Australian Open quarter final. It's a great serve from Lehecka. Has the advantage. As the return swiftly goes into the net. Lehecka with the first serve again. The backhand return from Tsitsipas. Forehand now from Lehecka. Tsitsipas goes cross-court and it's long. So it is a hold of serve for Lehecka. Comes to a little bit of trouble there and he is in front in this second set. Lehecka leads by 2-1.
Lehecka, 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 he gon' get ya. Lehecka, 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 he gon' get ya.
Okay, so some promising signs for Lehecka in the second set. Not a bad first set from him. It's just Tsitsipas was too good, I think. And then, a few unforced errors here and there from Lehecka. He didn't face a break point, actually, did Tsitsipas, so he was very strong on serve. It is going to be hard to break him, you think. So if Lehecka can just tough it out on his own serve, maybe force some errors from Tsitsipas, who knows? Because, I was thinking, so talk about, who can defeat Djokovic. The only two players that have defeated Djokovic since he won that Wimbledon title last year, well, they're both out now. One was Holger Rune in Paris in that final, and one was Felix Auger-Aliassime. So neither of those players are going to get the chance to play him. So it's going to either have to be, Rublev, then it would be either Shelton or Paul. Like I said, it could be a guy like Shelton, a young 20-year-old with all the confidence in the world and, someone fairly new that could disrupt him. Or on the other side of the draw, it could be, like you say, if Tsitsipas comes through this, we know he's pushed Novak in a slam final before, won the first two sets against him at Roland Garros, remember, those years ago. And Khachanov has beaten Djokovic as well. Khachanov, joining a fairly elite list of players to make the quarterfinal at every single slam on the men's side, which he did. He hadn't been to the Australian Open quarterfinal before this week, and now he's through to the semis. So Khachanov is, I think he's a slightly underrated player. Khachanov, when he's playing really well. That's it. Oh, what a return from Lehecka. I was about to say that was a good serve. But Lehecka blasts a forehand return cross court right back to Tsitsipas. We're going to get the Hawkeye live here because it was a close call. It must have been right to the line. So love 15. It's another great first serve. Gets the return back in play, but the forehand is there for Tsitsipas into the open court. 15 all. And Tsitsipas with the fist pumps now. He's feeling this one. Yeah, I've been to Australia once. I've never been to the Australian Open, which I'm dying to go to Melbourne. But yeah, I've done Sydney in Australia, and what else did I do? I drove up to the coast, up to Noosa as well. It's a beautiful place, and the Australian Open looks like such a fun slam. It's my goal to get there someday. And Lehecka now making inroads on the Tsitsipas serve, 15-30. My name is Megan, by the way. Yes, one of your commentators here. Hope you're all enjoying these streams. It's been a while since I've been back, but it's good to be back. Second serve here for Tsitsipas. Maybe under pressure here for sort of maybe the first time on serve. Second serve, backhand from Lehecka, backhand from Tsitsipas. Lehecka goes back cross court. Down the middle goes Tsitsipas. The forehand now from Lehecka, Tsitsipas cross court. Forehand on the line from Lehecka, Tsitsipas is there. Short ball, Lehecka, can he deal with it? Can he? Has he made that? Oh, has he missed it? No, he hasn't. No, he's made it. I thought you might have missed that, Lehecka, because it's just sat up for him, but he has made it, and it's 2 break points here. It's right. It caught part of the line. He almost missed that easy backhand, Lehecka. But he's got it, and he's been awarded with 2 break points. Yeah, if you predicted 5 sets, maybe we're in for a long one here. But it's Lehecka now with a chance to edge in front for the first time in this match. Break points 1. Tsitsipas 1 of 5. Lehecka has had none so far. Now he's got 2 of them. That's an excellent serve down the tee from Tsitsipas to save the first. 30-40. What a serve. He's good in these big moments, isn't he, Tsitsipas? He's got that mentality. He was talking about it on the court the other day, saying that, with Rod Laver watching, he was just trying to do what Rod Laver would do. And the look on Laver's eyes was just, it's brilliant. He's here watching as well now, the night session. Second serve, though, break point. Oh, Lehecka fluffs the return. He tries to take the inside in forehand, and he just, So Tsitsipas has got himself out of trouble. To deuce we go. He's still got to come through this game, though, Tsitsipas. So 2 break points have come and gone for Lehecka. Gets the first serve in play. The block back and return. Down the line goes Tsitsipas. Cross court from Lehecka. Runs around for a forehand. Tsitsipas. Back cross court goes Lehecka. The backhand from Tsitsipas is a short ball. Oh, he's got the lob now. Lehecka is going to let this one bounce. How's he going to deal with this? Tries to put the overhead away. Tsitsipas is there. Oh, and he shanked the backhand. They thought it might be landing in there for a second, but nope. Tsitsipas shanks it, and it's another break point here for Jiri Lehecka. Excuse me. Break point number 3 in this game. Didn't have a single one in that opening set. Now here we go. His serve has gotten out of trouble so far. Can he do it again? It is a good serve. It's a good return as well. The forehand from Tsitsipas. Oh! Just into the net from Lehecka. Thought that might have been a lucky net caught there, but it bounced on the wrong side of the net. So Tsitsipas has saved another break point. To deuce we go once again. Just closing on 5 minutes for this game now. Not quite at the level yet of that one of those first games from Pegula and Azarenka that went about 12 minutes long. Azarenka prevailing in that fairly comfortably in the end, 6-4, 6-1. Second serve here, forehand from Lehecka, backhand cross-court, Tsitsipas, Lehecka with the backhand cross-court as well. Tsitsipas goes straight with the backhand, forehand from Lehecka, down the middle for Tsitsipas, back cross-court goes Lehecka, and it's another shank from Tsitsipas. He's prone to shanks, isn't he, to miss hits, and he's gifted another break point here to Lehecka. Break point number 4. Can he convert this one, Lehecka? Or Tsitsipas' serve going to get him out of trouble once again? Advantage, Lehecka. Second serve. See how he deals with this break point. Oh, what a second serve. What a brave second serve from Tsitsipas. Juice number 3, and even Lehecka acknowledges that. What a second serve. Yeah, I mean, I think it would be close to it. I mean, he wasn't a qualifier, was he, Ben Shelton? So it wouldn't be quite the same, but it wouldn't be far off it. I mean, considering he hadn't even won a match outside of the US prior to this season and coming in, it wouldn't be far off. I don't think, like the Raducanu win. Oh, Lehecka with a big forehand. Break point again. Lehecka, no, he's from the Czech Republic, is usually Lehecka. And indeed, the American, well, they came in, they're fresh off a inaugural United Cup win, aren't they? But it was really Pegula and Tiafoe who were the stars of the show there. They haven't managed to make it through to the later stages, but we've had the likes of, we've also got Ben Shelton, Tommy Paul, Michael Moe, JJ Wolf, Seb Korda. Fritz and Tiafoe losing relatively early. Oh, a big reaction there from Tsitsipas. A big serve. The return goes long, and Tsitsipas kind of throws both arms up in the air and screams. He wants this, Tsitsipas. You can see it. And it is juice number 4. Finds the first serve this time, makes the difference. And another come on from Tsitsipas as the return goes wide. It's advantage Greece now. This would be a heck of a service hold from Tsitsipas. Can he find a first serve here? He can. Great serve down the tee. And a massive reaction from Tsitsipas. He holds. Oh, how many break points did he face in that game? He saved them all. And he's rewarded with a service hold. But it is a set and 2-2 now. Tsitsipas. So could that be the little boost that he needs now to get through this second set, Tsitsipas? He's fired up, he is. So pressure back onto Lehecka at 2-2. That's a good serve. The backhand block return. Lehecka goes down the line. Tsitsipas lobs him. It's in. Lehecka with the tweener. Tsitsipas is there with the volley. Lehecka is there again. Tsitsipas is going to have to put another volley away, and he does it. Lifts a fist into the air. What a point. And it goes the way of Stefanos TSITSIPAS. He had to put it away twice. The tweener actually worked from Lehecka as well. Ran back for this. Let the lob bounce. Tsitsipas didn't do enough for that first volley, but did with the second. So love 15. Second serve here for Lehecka. Comes into the net for the serve and volley. Oh, it's in. Oh, that was lucky. He came in. I thought he was just going to miss that volley wide. Tsitsipas got there, and then Lehecka has an open court. But that must have been close. 15 all. Look at this again. The serve out wide. Came in for the little drop volley. Yeah, no, it just landed on the line there. Tsitsipas was there, but the backhand from from Lehecka was the winner. 15 all. That's an excellent serve. Just clears the net, does the return, but it's an easy put away for Lehecka. And I think he's got a lot of the crowd support here, Lehecka. 30-15. We just past an hour for this match so far. Into the net goes the serve of Lehecka. Second serve. Oh, it's a double fault. That is double fault number 2 for the Czech. 30 all. Maybe here's an opening for Tsitsipas. Lehecka bouncing up and down there on the service line. He's on the baseline, sorry. Ready to go. Oh, what a serve. What a serve out wide from Lehecka. 40-30. That is ace number 2. 2 aces apiece. The Greek Jesus is playing well. Oh, goodness me. He is playing well, isn't he, Stefanos? Second serve, Lehecka. First serve percentage just coming down a little bit. And is another shank from Tsitsipas. That's a third in this match now. He really is prone to them, but it means it's a hold of serve for Lehecka, who leads 3-2.
Lehecka! 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 He gon' get ya! Lehecka! 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 He gon' get ya!
So, he really does. He really does. Stefanos TSITSIPAS on Twitter is just a sight to behold. Some of the things he comes out with, bless him. I I like that, Sean. Oh, goodness. Right, so Tsitsipas, the third seed, has a 1-set-to-love advantage over Lehecka, but all on serve in this second set. Again, I'll run you through the results of the day. First, we had Elena Rybakina with a win over Elena Ostapenko, 6-2, 6-4. Then Khachanov with a 7-6, 6-3. Then 3-love retirement win over Seb Korda with a wrist injury. Then Azarenka with a straightforward win over Pegula, 6-4, 6-1. And this is the last match to be played. The singles match anyway. There is one other match actually out on court. There's a quad wheelchair singles being played, but they're the last matches of the day to be played. Actually, I was talking about the doubles partnership of Jamie Murray and Taylor Townsend earlier. They were out on court. I'm going to go check and see if I can find the result of that one. That's a good start here from Tsitsipas, 15-love. Where is that? A lot of the matches, incidentally, today have been rescheduled because of the ring. So a lot have been postponed for tomorrow. Second serve, Tsitsipas, the backhand return from Lehecka. Backhand, Tsitsipas, right to the baseline. Now with the forehand, Lehecka goes cross-court, is long, 30-love. Actually, that Townsend and Murray match has, I think it's been, no, it's live. Is it live or has it been suspended? Maybe it's been suspended because it's not on the live scores, but oh, goodness me, I've just stopped sharing my screen. That is not a great view for you all. Let me put my, my scoreboard back up. Oh, gosh, that's the problem with the touchscreen laptop. There you go. We're all good. It's gone wide from Lehecka. 40-love. This is a good service game from Stefanos TSITSIPAS. So yeah, I think that match must have been postponed because it's saying 6-4 and then 3-all to Townsend and Murray against the number 3 seeds. It's a great serve from Tsitsipas. Comes into the net now with the volley. Yeah, too good. And it's a game to love for Stefanos TSITSIPAS to bring it to 3 games all. That was a much better service hold from the Greek. Lamberto, it's great to see you. It has been a while, hasn't it? Sorry about that. It's been a bit crazy, but yeah, we're back. We are back. I hope you're all having a great Oz Open, by the way. A lot of upsets after a kind of calm couple of opening days. Then all hell broke loose. So Lehecka to serve at 3 apiece. Where's the first serve going to go? Finds a good one. The block back and return. It's a short ball. Lehecka comes into the net. Tsitsipas lobs it up. Lehecka lets it bounce. In it goes. Tsitsipas now with the forehand. Backhand for Lehecka. Forehand cross court from Tsitsipas. Backhand cross court Lehecka. Tsitsipas now with the inside in forehand. Now goes back cross court. Lehecka with the cross court backhand. Tsitsipas with the slice. Lehecka comes into the net. Lobbed up by Tsitsipas. Lets it bounce and it's in again. Lehecka puts it away. That was an excellent rally from both men, and it goes the way of Lehecka. 17-shot rally there. 15 love. Yeah, I think it was actually the ATP finals. That sounds about right. Yeah, it's been tough with the time difference. I need my sleep. I struggle to stay awake for these overnight matches. So yeah, I think it was the ATP finals, my last one. Oh, that was a bad double fault there from Lehecka. Completely missed that second serve. That is double fault number 3 of the match, I think. So 15-all. Hey, Jean's back. Good to have you back. Yeah, we just saw that win for Vavika over Jess Pegula, who really didn't show up, I don't think, in her quarterfinal today. Did the American. Second serve here for Lehecka. Tsitsipas with the forehand return, the backhand down the middle from Lehecka. And I think he's mishit that backhand Tsitsipas again. He really is so prone to these mishits. 30-15. Yeah, well, so far, I mean, it was a very, very good opening set from Tsitsipas. Very strong on serve. Didn't face a single break point in that opening set. Second sets have been a bit different. Lehecka's had his chances. He's had 5 break points. All of them have been saved. So yeah, the second set, I think, is more competitive. He got the early break in that first set, did Tsitsipas. And then just didn't look like troubled on serve at all. 40-15 here, sorry, for Lehecka. Yeah, I really thought it was going to be a 3-setter. Either way, whether it was Azarenka or Pegula, I didn't see it being a straight sets for either woman. But yeah, 6-1 in the second set. Did not see that. That's good from Lehecka. And it's a fairly comfortable hold for the Czech, and he's in front in this second set. He's bounced back well after dropping that opening one, and he leads by 4-3.
Lehecka, 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 he gon' get ya. Lehecka, 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 he gon' get ya.
Yeah, I think a lot of people had picked Jess Pegula for the title. A lot of people pre-tournament, but especially then when Swiatek lost to Rebecca, I think a lot of people had her going through. So yeah, it was strange considering how strong she's been looking all week. Pegula hadn't dropped a set, had barely been troubled, to be honest. But yeah, she just didn't find it today. Didn't find it. And yeah, I agree there. I mean, yeah, to be fair, if you're Australian, most of the tennis tour is probably tough for you in terms of time zone wise. So we are kind of lucky in that sense. But yeah, the Australian Open is really tough here in Europe to be watching. Yeah, waking up to so many matches. I hate it. I hate the feeling of missing out on tennis matches, but the price we pay anyway. It's a good button, isn't it? Some of Ben's finest work. Someone in the crowd here singing, "Let's go, Jiri, let's go." Yeah, he does have a lot of support here. So Tsitsipas trailing in this second set, 3-4. That's a great serve from Tsitsipas. Wasn't the fastest of serves, but beautifully placed into the net goes the return. 15-love. If it were to be a Tsitsipas Djokovic final, as I suppose the seedings would go now, do we think Tsitsipas could get over his Djokovic problem, his slam problem, and win a first major title? That was lovely there from Tsitsipas, by the way, but that was it a backhand or a forehand? I was just following the ball. That was a backhand right into the corner. Lovely at the net. Yeah, I'm with you there. I was really, really happy for Rybakina backing up that win. She's well, obviously I picked Swiatek to win the tournament, so I was hoping Swiatek would go on. But Rybakina, I really, really enjoy her tennis, and I think more people need to be seeing Rybakina's tennis. She needs to get the better court assignments and start being treated like a Wimbledon champion. And I'm thinking a Rybakina Sabalenka final is my pick. I think I'd love Sabalenka to win a maiden slam. I really would, but I'd be happy for Rybakina to win another title as well. Oh, what a serve from Tsitsipas out wide. He's serving a dream today so far in this match. 40-15. Ostapenko, who took out Coco Gauff. I mean, she's a bit streaky in Ostapenko. When she played Gauff, she was so good. I mean, Gauff did not play badly. But Ostapenko, well, we know she's a Roland Garros champion, but couldn't quite have it against Rybakina today. Into the net goes Tsitsipas as he just stands there with his hands on his hips. 40-30. Not sure what happened there. Oh, 2 likes away from 50. Go on, hit that like button if you haven't already. Tsitsipas with the game point here. Good serve down the tee. Really good serving from Tsitsipas. And he comes through it. And it is 4 games apiece in this second set. Really could go either way, the second set, to be honest. Yeah, I think Tsitsipas does look more solid on serve. Let's see how Lehecka fares here. It's a good serve. Follows it up at the 4 on the backhand crosscourt from Tsitsipas. Back crosscourt goes Lehecka. We've got a backhand crosscourt off here. Now we've got the forehand from Lehecka. Crosscourt we go. Tsitsipas with the crosscourt backhand. That's great length from Tsitsipas. Oh, but he's missed that one long. Oh, he did really well with the previous shot, but it goes the way of Lehecka. 15-love. Yeah, I'm completely with you guys there. I had a bit of a rant about this earlier. But yeah, commentators getting Rybakina's name. I mean, she's a Wimbledon champion and she's getting put out on the sticks on like court number 174 or something. But yeah, she's a Wimbledon champion and she deserves it. She really does. Yeah, Rybakina commentators, by the way. Solid overhead there from Lehecka, 30 love. That's good footwork there from Lehecka. Watch her defend her Wimbledon title now. Show everybody. Oh, what a play from Lehecka. Serve out wide, then the forehand down the line. Lovely. 40 love. Barely cleared the net as well, that forehand. Such a flat ball down the line. So triple game point for Lehecka. I think it probably did, to be honest. I think it helps her playing with less pressure because she seems to be that kind of person, doesn't she? She's very cool and calm, and is happy being the underdog kind of thing. But yeah, she's been kind of outspoken as well about her court assignments, and rightly so. And I like this Rebecca. I really do. It's a good serve from Lehecka. Tsitsipas to the block. Return the backhand from Lehecka. Cross court goes Tsitsipas. Backhand cross court from Lehecka. Back cross court goes Tsitsipas. Down the middle from Lehecka. And Tsitsipas has pushed that forehand wide. And it's a hold for Lehecka. So it's Lehecka now who's a game away from taking the second set. He leads by 5 games to 4.
Lehecka! 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 He gon' get ya! Lehecka! 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 He gon' get ya!
So he's holding his own in the second set. And yeah, like you say, anything can happen in this next game. It really can. I mean, Tsitsipas has been looking very good on serve, but you never know. As we're getting the replay there, the tweener that Lehecka hit. But yeah, this if he takes this set, then it's all to play for, really. It becomes a 3-set match. And you still probably would back Tsitsipas, but like I said, with the wins that Lehecka has had this tournament already, it wouldn't be, out of the possibility. I mean, who predicted a Ben Shelton, Tommy Paul quarterfinal? So anything can happen. So Tsitsipas serving to stay in this second set after a fairly comfortable opening set for him, 6-3. Serving at 4-5. Finds the first serve. It's a good return. Gets the forehand. Again, to Tsitsipas with Lehecka going the wrong way. 15 love. Good start. Clarification out here. Everybody listen. So yeah, Kazakh for some born and raised in Kazakhstan. Elena's Kazakhstani. She switched from Russia, wasn't it? Which is kind of ironic, really, given the Russian and Belarusian ban at Wimbledon. But yeah, she was born in Russia, wasn't she? And then switched her nation to Kazakhstan. Same as Putin-Seva as well, isn't it? She's, I believe she's Russian born, plays for Kazakhstan. But they've both played for Kazakhstan for as long as I can remember watching them play tennis. Second serve here for Tsitsipas. Follows it up with the forehand on the middle. Forehand from Lehecka. There's a shank again from Tsitsipas. How many mishits has he hit here? This is about the 4th or 5th one. Lamb shank. Yeah, completely caught the frame on that forehand there. So 30-15. That's a good serve. Oh, gets the return in play. And he's just completely... What happened with that backhand to Tsitsipas? And from 30 love to 30 all. Apostolos is looking a little bit worried there. I'd like to see a replay of what happened with that backhand. Because it just kind of rolled off the racket into the bottom of the net. Needs to just get some more control on his shot sometimes, Tsitsipas. Oh, what a serve. And a big reaction from Tsitsipas. That's ace number 4 for the Greek and brings up 40-30. He needed that. So a game point for 5-all here in the second set. Oh, just missed the tee down the serve down the tee. Sorry, this tee down the serve. Second serve, runs around for the 4-1 return, but he whips it. There's Jiri Lehecka well long. So it's a hold of serve for Stefanos TSITSIPAS, and we are at 5 games apiece. Are we going to get a second set tiebreak, perhaps? So, Lehecka being competitive in the second set. Is he going to steal this second set, Lehecka? Serving at 5-all. Second serve. And misses the return long to Tsitsipas, 15-love. I'm a big Lehecka fan as well. From watching him at the Next Gen Finals at the end of last year, I was really impressed by him, and he's really impressed me at this Australian Open as well. But I am also a fan of Tsitsipas, so to be honest, I'd be happy either way for this result. I'm just going to enjoy the match as it is, and yeah. I kind of like those matches as well, where you can just enjoy the tennis for what it is and not get stressed if your favorite player is winning or losing. But so it's a second serve here for Lehecka. I think he was coming in for a serve and volley there. He has done that quite a bit in this match, actually. I like that. I like the change-up. Second serve, forehand from Tsitsipas, forehand down the middle from Lehecka. Cross-court goes Tsitsipas, Lehecka with the backhand. Forehand from Tsitsipas, Lehecka goes back cross-court. The forehand cross-court is wide from Tsitsipas, 30-love. Ah, yes, you were there, weren't you? Yes, you went to the Next Gen Finals in Milano, and I can imagine. I mean, I remember I went to the first time I saw, tennis by these top players in person, and you don't realize the kind of weight of shot and the power that these guys and girls have on their shots until you see it live. So yeah, I can imagine a big hitter like Lehecka up live would be really, like you say, insanely fierce. But 40-love here for Lehecka. Oh, there you go. Ace number 3 for Lehecka seals a game to love, and he is a game away from taking this to a tiebreak. Lehecka edges in front once again, 6-5 in the second set.
Lehecka, he gon' get ya. Lehecka, he gon' get ya.
I'm trying to think who would you favor if this were to go to a tiebreak. You'd probably have to say Tsitsipas, but I don't know. I'm gonna go back and have a look at Lehecka and Tsitsipas's run to this quarterfinal. So Lehecka in the opening round was 6-3, 6-3, 6-3 against Chorich. And in the second round, it was 6-4, 6-4, 3-6, 6-3 over Eubanks. Then the third round was a win over Norrie, 6-7, 6-3, 3-6, 6-1, 6-4. So a 5-setter over Norrie in over 3 hours. And then, of course, in the fourth round, it was 4-set win over Auger Aliassime. 2 tiebreaks in that match, both won by Lehecka. after he dropped the opening set. He's actually come back from dropping the opening set twice in a row in this tournament, Lehecka. So he's done it. He did it in 5 against Norrie and in 4 against Auger-Aliassime. So it is still all to play for here. And if I go back onto Stefanos TSITSIPAS' road to the quarterfinals. So in the opening round, he had Quentin Alice of France 6-3, 6-4, 7-6. Then he defeated the wildcard Rinky Hijikata very comfortably there, 6-3, 6-love, 6-2. Then defeated Talon Griekspoor in the third round, 6-2, 7-6, 6-3. And then, of course, that 5-setter against Yannick Sinner in the fourth round, 6-3 in the fifth. And it's a good start here for Tsitsipas, 15-love. Second serve. Let's go. Oh, the jumping back and return just goes into the net. 30-love. It is looking like a tiebreak here. Stefanos TSITSIPAS, yeah, like I said, he served so well in that opening set. A couple of wobbles in the second, but oh, what a serve. There you go. Prove me wrong. Ace number 5 for Stefanos TSITSIPAS. Down the tee, brings up 40-love. We're going to get back-to-back games to love to bring up this tiebreak. It's probably fitting, to be honest, that this second set ends in a tiebreak because they've both been pretty evenly matched as TSITSIPAS tries to get rid of a bug on the court. Only in Australia. Oh, went for the tee serve again. Didn't quite work from this time. Second serve. Finds the serve, gets the backhand return. The forehand now from TSITSIPAS. Was that long? I think it was just long. 40-15. Just overcooked that one slightly. Good question here from Lamberto. Other than Nole, who can win the Australian Open, Steph or Andre, maybe? And let's just see if TSITSIPAS can close this game out. It's a great 1-2 from TSITSIPAS, and he does take us to a tie break in this second set. Yeah, I think Stefanos could. He's taken 2 sets off Djokovic in a slam final before. If Andre can come through Djokovic, then I think Andre could as well. But obviously he's got that tough test in the next round. And then also when you've got a guy like Ben Shelton, you don't know what he could do with the confidence that he's got right now. So, yeah. I mean, he's still a heavy favourite, isn't he? But here we go, the tiebreak. Jiri Lehecka, to get us underway, has got a let on the second serve. Yeah, you all know that I'm also a big fan of Yannick Sinner. And yeah, you can see he's got room to improve. He hasn't hit his ceiling yet, Yannick Sinner. So he is losing these these tight key matches in the big moments. But, he can improve. And I think it will happen for him. I do. So here we go. His extended rally here to decide this opening point of the tiebreak. A backhand cross-court from TSITSIPAS. And that's long from Lehecka on the backhand. So the first mini break goes to TSITSIPAS, 1-0. Oh, we got a prediction here already. 7-4 TSITSIPAS. Go on and get your predictions in for this tiebreak. Who is going to take it? And we've passed 50 likes as well, so thanks everybody. Oh, a let on the serve. That was a good serve down the tee as well from TSITSIPAS. Oh, here we go, 7-3 TSITSIPAS. So he has the mini break. About 7-4 TSITSIPAS. It's looking like the most of you think it's going to be TSITSIPAS to take this one then. So Lehecka with the forehand on the middle. Forehand from TSITSIPAS. Oh, what a forehand from TSITSIPAS. And again, a big reaction from him. 2-0 to the Greek. That was a massive forehand. 152 kilometer an hour forehand winner, actually. So he has got the upper hand here so far, Tsitsipas. Looking good. Oh, an ace down the tee. What a opening 3 points of this tiebreak for Tsitsipas. 3-0. Back to Lehecka now. That's ace number 5 of the match for Tsitsipas, or is that ace number 6? Sometimes that board is a bit slow in updating. Regardless, what a serve at a big moment for Tsitsipas. So Lehecka really needs to try and hold one of his serves here, at least. That's 6 aces actually for Tsitsipas. That's a great return from Tsitsipas after a great serve. So here we go. The forehand from Tsitsipas. Cross-court goes Lehecka. Tsitsipas with the forehand down the line. Lehecka's there with the lob. Tsitsipas, can he put this away? He's going to let it bounce. And then he puts it away. And it's 4-0 to Tsitsipas now. He is in complete control of this tie break. It's the double mini break as Lehecka just looks forlornly towards his box there. But Tsitsipas has played this tiebreak perfectly so far. 4-0, just over an hour and a half for this one now. That's much better from Lehecka. An ace down the tee to just stop the run of points. But it is 4-1 as the serve goes back to Tsitsipas. Ace number 3 for Lehecka. Yes, Tsitsipas just edging Lehecka in all those serving stats, really. More winners for Lehecka than Tsitsipas, though, but... Oh, that's a great serve again from Tsitsipas. Excuse me. 5-1 now. Really, Discovery Plus saying it's finished. That's... Yeah, I've heard quite a lot of people saying they've had trouble watching some of the streams here. Not just in Europe as well, but in America. Yeah, it's not been great. Well, hopefully the commentary is getting you through it anyway, Lamberto. But it is 5-1 here for Tsitsipas. 2 points from this, a really well-played tiebreak here as they change ends. It's a shame because it's such a good set of tennis from Lehecka to get to this point. And he hasn't really done much wrong, to be honest, in this tiebreak. It's just Tsitsipas has potentially raised it up a notch. But he's 2 points away from a 2-sets-to-love lead here now, Tsitsipas. Oh, great serve down the tee. Lehecka gets the return in play. But the forehand is there for Tsitsipas. And it is 5-set points for Stefanos Tsitsipas. I mean, we've seen a comeback. We saw Karen Khachanov in the 4th set against Frances Tiafoe come from 6-1 down in the tiebreak to win it in 4. So we have seen it happen. But this is a pretty impeccable tiebreak from Stefanos Tsitsipas. 6-1. Lehecka to serve. Finds a great serve. Into the net goes the backhand return. 6-2 Tsitsipas. Still 4 set points to come. So pressure moment here for Lehecka now. Can he hang on? Just misses the serve. Second serve here. Set point. Finds the serve. The forehand return from Tsitsipas is right to the baseline. On we go. Jiri Lehecka with the cross-court. Backhand slice from Tsitsipas. Forehand from... Oh, what a cross-court from Stefanos Tsitsipas. What a forehand cross-court. And he seals a almost perfect tiebreak by 7 points to 2. Stefanos Tsitsipas has gotten himself into a 2-sets-to-love lead here after a really competitive second set. He was the better player in that tiebreak, Tsitsipas, and he leads 2-sets-to-love. What a tiebreak from the Greek. So you were the closest. 7-3 was the closest. So fair play. Not a bad prediction there. Yeah. what a tiebreak. So let's see some set statistics for the second set. So first serves in 71% for Tsitsipas, 67 for Lehecka. 4 aces for Tsitsipas, 3 for Lehecka. 0 double faults Tsitsipas, 3 for Lehecka. Winners 19 Tsitsipas, 23 Lehecka. Unforced errors 21 Tsitsipas, 18 Lehecka. So it's interesting that Lehecka has more winners and less unforced errors than Tsitsipas. Yet Tsitsipas is winning the bigger points. I mean, they've both faced 5 break points each. But the thing is, Tsitsipas has saved them all. Lehecka, just that single break in the opening set was enough for Tsitsipas. And then that tie break was impeccable from the Greek, really. So he's got to be the heavy favorite now. I mean, Lehecka, we know he's done. He hasn't come back from 2-0 in this tournament yet, Lehecka, but he's come back from a set down. So you can't count him out. I think it's a best of 3 now. Yeah, well, he's got to win the next one then, hasn't he, Lehecka? But yeah, really impressed with that tie break from Tsitsipas. That's what the greats do so well, you know. They win the big points when it matters. Yeah. To be fair, no, he did play a good set there. Just didn't quite have it in the tiebreak. It's a shame, but let's see how he bounces back in this third set. Maybe he'll maybe make this one competitive. If he can just nick this off him, then you feel like it's all to play for. But so far, it's Tsitsipas in control. Second serve here, Tsitsipas serving to get this third set underway. Reminder, Karen Khachanov awaits the winner of this one in the semi-finals. And that forehand is wide from Tsitsipas, love 15. Stokesy, so Tsitsipas is looking very strong on serve. Lehecka was also excellent on serve throughout the second set. Not so much the first set. Tsitsipas was definitely the strongest. Second set pretty evenly matched, but then in that tie break, it was Tsitsipas for sure. So yeah, I'd give the edge to Tsitsipas on serve. But they've both faced the same amount of break points. Although I think most of Lehecka's break points have come in the single game. So 15 all here. I'm curious about Korda's injury, actually, because I didn't know of any injury coming into the match today. I've been trying to find out, is it something he sustained during the match, or was it sort of an ongoing thing that kind of got niggled? Because, yeah, it looked like he'd been competitive, at least for that opening set was a tiebreak, wasn't it? And then, yeah, 6-3, 3 love. It's a great serve from Tsitsipas, gets the return in play. Oh, drop shot from Tsitsipas. Lovely. 40-15. He's playing with him now with Tsitsipas. Yeah, you're right. There's always a lot of Greek support everywhere, isn't there? You feel like anywhere you go, there's going to be support for Tsitsipas and Sakari with the Greek crowd. And like you say, with Tunisia and Ons Jabeur as well. Yeah, we got a massive kind of fan base for Ons Jabeur, especially on Game to Love as well. It's hard not to love Ons Jabeur, though, really, isn't it? And fingers crossed her recovery for her injury is going to go well and we'll see her back again. But yeah, there's crowds, especially I think in Australia, there's a lot of Greek fans here for Tsitsipas. Sorry. It's a great serve. Gets the return in play. The forehand now from Tsitsipas comes right to the feet of Lehecka, who makes the error with the backhand. And it's a hold to 15 for Tsitsipas. So 1 love to start this third set for the Greek. So yeah, Tsitsipas looking good. Although yeah, I was talking about this in the previous stream. I think the story for me for the first week at least has been Andy Murray at this tournament. I mean, he's really just shown everybody why the Big Four does exist, because Andy Murray's been ridiculously good this tournament. And yeah, he lost to Bautista Agut in 4 sets, but he was angry with himself that he didn't win that match, and he could have, but he spent over 10 hours on court in just 2 rounds. coming back to beat Kokkinakis as well from 2-0 and a breakdown. So I'm looking forward to seeing the support for Murray at Wimbledon. Sorry, that's where I was going with the thought process there. Talking about crowd support, I was thinking about the support Murray would get at Wimbledon. Oh, Tsitsipas gets to the overhead, but the second overhead is good enough from Lehecka. Had to put it away twice, but he does so. 15-love Lehecka. Oh yes, I saw that as well. The cameras sort of stopping on ons, sitting down in the tunnel, of champions, and in a way, it's great to see how much it means to these players. With Iga Swiatek's reaction to losing at the United Cup and on Jabeur, but at the same time, it is heartbreaking because they put so much pressure on themselves, but they'll just come back stronger. So 15-all here on the serve of Lehecka. It's a great serve down the tee. Gets the return in play. Cross court now Lehecka. Backhand from Tsitsipas. Forehand from Lehecka. Tsitsipas with the cross court from Lehecka. Tsitsipas, finds the line. The lob from Lehecka. Tsitsipas is going to let it bounce. Takes the overhead. Lehecka is there. Tsitsipas now with the drop shot. Lehecka comes in. It's not a best drop shot. Tsitsipas with the volley. Oh, it's long. Oh, Tsitsipas should have won that point. I feel like he should have taken that lob out of the air rather than let it bounce because he just didn't do enough with it then. He hit it right back to Lehecka. Oh, Tsitsipas is fuming with himself. He's strutting around there. All right, so the point goes to Lehecka, 30-15. Yeah, it was tough as well because I'm a big Berrettini fan too, so I didn't want either of them to win. But of course, I've got to go for Andy Murray. So yeah, it was tough that Berrettini had to be the one to lose in the opening round there. But yeah, fair play, Sir Andrew Murray. And that's long from Lehecka, 30-all. Philip asking who's going to win. Well, I predicted Tsitsipas at the beginning, but I thought we could be in for a potential 4-5 setter. Because Lehecka, he's good, isn't he, this guy? He is very good, but I think potentially maybe it's just been that little step too far for Lehecka. That's a great shot there from the Czech, though. Is he taking the overhead? Tsitsipas has got a racket to it. Oh, but the drop volley from Lehecka was beautiful. 40-30. Jimmy reckons in 3. Pavel saying Tsitsipas. He's got a good drop shot on him, this guy. He's hit a few really nice ones here. He's also got the power. It's great to see. An ace down the tee to seal the game. Ace number 4 for Lehecka. Gets him up and running. It is 1-all in this third set.
Lehecka, he gon' get ya. Lehecka, he gon' get ya.
So Stefanos TSITSIPAS to serve. 1-all. Into the net goes the first serve. Finds the second cross-court return. Picks it up off his feet, does Tsitsipas. Great depth there from Lehecka. Now the lob. Oh, he lets it bounce and it's in. Tsitsipas now with the backhand. Forehand cross-court from Lehecka into the net. Oh, he hung in well there, did Tsitsipas. 15-love. Yeah, 15-love. Good defense there from Tsitsipas. So, Jimmy asking, where's Jiri ranked? So he's currently ranked 71st in the world, if the Australian Open website is to be believed. At 21 years of age, he was at the Next Gen finals, remember, where I think he made the final and lost to Nakashima there. I am gonna check that one because I might be wrong. Oh, drop shot from Lehecka. Tsitsipas gets there. Oh yes, Tsitsipas. 30-love. Yes, it was. It was. Brandon Nakashima defeated Jiri Lehecka in the final there, but yeah, he is 71st in the world. Oh wait, no, hang on. So I've just checked Google. So it says 71 on the Australian Open website, but Google is saying he's achieved a high of 59 in the world. Second serve here for Tsitsipas. Let me go to the 80. So he's currently 71, but he has been as high as 59, and that was in August last year. He's going to pick up some points here, that's for sure. There you go. The crowd loved that one from Lehecka, 30-15. Ah, thanks. Yeah. So it's 71 live. Yeah, it was. I just, for some reason, I assumed that he'd be at a career high right now. I didn't, but yeah, he's been at 59, but he's currently 71. But like I said, that is going to jump surely with all the points that he's picked up from this Australian Open. 30-15. Tsitsipas still in with a chance of becoming world number one if he wins the tournament. Same for Djokovic. That's great from Tsitsipas. Really good width with that forehand. 40-15. So Carlos obviously still at the number one ranking, but because he hasn't played here, I mean, Casper Ruud could also have become number one at the end of this tournament, but he lost a couple of rounds ago. So it is still down to Djokovic or Tsitsipas if one of those win the title. I think it's if they win the title. I'm not sure what happens if they just make the final. I think it would still be Carlos. And that's another good serve. The return is long, and Tsitsipas with a comfortable hold to 15. He is 2 sets to love to the good, and now leads by 2-1 in this third. Well, talking about ranking points, I'm glad for Elena Rybakina that she's into the semi-finals now, and she's going to pick up some more ranking points here because she didn't get the ranking points from that Wimbledon win, which is kind of curtailed sort of the rest of her season, really. But yeah, she's going to pick up some more points here, and yeah, come on, Rybakina Sabalenka final. That's what I'm thinking. So yeah, like I said, the other quarterfinals will be played tomorrow. I'll run you through the order of play again, just in case. So you got Pliskova Linette first up, then Sabalenka Vekic, then Shelton Paul, and then the night session will be Rublev Djokovic. But that is from 7:30 p.m. the night session rather than 7 p.m. as it usually has been. So the umpire calls time. Still no break points in this third set. Yeah, Sabalenka's been scary good this whole tournament, I think. But yeah, especially against Bencic. I mean, Bencic, I don't know, she was a bit shaky on serve, wasn't she, Bencic, in that one? But Sabalenka's, she's looking so good. I thought it would be closer than it was, yeah. But I think she's gonna beat Vekic, Sabalenka, who she has tomorrow, and then it would either be Pliskova or Linette, and I think Sabalenka would be the favorite against both of those as well. So she's got to be the favorite left in the tournament now, Sabalenka, you would think. Anyway, backhand cross court here from Tsitsipas, backhand from Lehecka. Oh, he's mishit the forehand, Tsitsipas again. 15 love. Yeah, well, something had to give between those two, wasn't it? Because neither of them had lost all year so far. Sabalenka hadn't even dropped a set. I don't think Bencic had dropped a set either, actually. They both won. Adelaide 1 and Adelaide 2 between them. So it was something had to give. Bencic, she double faulted on quite some big points as well, didn't she? It was on set point and a break point, I remember she did. But Sabalenka just putting the pressure on. hasn't dropped a set all tournament. Looking very, very good. Well, this is a great service game from Lehecka. He's raced out to a 40-love lead. Hi, MJ. It's good to see you back again. So 40-love for Lehecka. It's a good serve, the backhand return. Lehecka with the volley again. This drop volley from Lehecka is so good. And he gets a game to love. And that is 2 games apiece. Thanks for that. Yeah, I'd completely forgotten about that. The United Cup. Yeah, she did lose to Swiatek, didn't she? Yeah, it was Sabalenka who hasn't lost a set all year, I believe, yet. Or she hasn't dropped a match all year. She hasn't lost a set all tournament. 15-love for Tsitsipas. Where did I hear that stat? I'm sure I heard somebody say, one of the commentators, that Bencic hadn't lost all year either, but incorrect information there. It's Sabalenka who's looking good. Yeah, Korda with the injury. Yeah, he's played a lot of tennis, beaten some great opponents, obviously Daniil Medvedev and stuff. Yeah, it's a shame, real shame for him. And no, he's not. So Tsitsipas could meet Djokovic in the final if he were to win this. So it's the winner of this awaits Karin Khachanov in the semi-finals and then would face whoever comes through that bottom half of the draw then. Ace down the tee for Tsitsipas. Well, Lehecka with a game to love. Tsitsipas says, well, right back at you. 40 love here with ace number 7, I think that is, for Tsitsipas. Yeah, I was just saying earlier, I think it's going to be a Rybakina Sabalenka final for me. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Rybakina wins it all. She's got the form, she really has. So is Sabalenka. I think it's going to be close. And again, it's a really quick service hold for Stefanos TSITSIPAS. And he's back in front now, 3-2 with another game to love. And yeah, Tsitsipas, he's in control, isn't he, on serve here? Maybe that's where we got it from. Maybe it didn't come up as that she'd taken that loss to Swiatek at the United Cup. Because, yeah, you're right. Because it's not part of the ATP or WTA Tour, really, is it? Well, no, I suppose the United Cup is because you get ranking points for it. But anyway, it's Sabalenka who hasn't dropped a set yet. And she's looking very, very good. Oh, MJ reckons Steph can't beat Djokovic. And yeah, he has got a bit of a Djokovic problem, hasn't he? I think that Roland Garros final, that Djokovic has incidentally forgotten about it. Because, yeah, I just said this earlier. He was asked about Stefanos Tsitsipas, and he'd forgotten that he'd played him in a Grand Slam final. But yeah, I think Tsitsipas, yeah, he's going to be tough if he were to play Djokovic in the final, because, like you say, that he is in his head. But oh, maybe this is the tournament where Steph makes his breakthrough. Who knows? No bother. I'm glad people are seeing it. Yes, everybody, check it out if you haven't. It's a First Serve Tennis podcast. It's just a daily recap of all the scores, basically. But yeah, I am back. It's been tough, the Australian swing for me in terms of my sleep pattern, but I'm back. 15 love here for Lehecka. And yeah, called that match earlier as well. Don't sleep on Vika. Because, yeah, she was a semi-finalist, was it? At the US Open a couple of years ago. And, or finalist even. Finalist. It was Naomi Osaka in the final, right? To Victoria Azarenka. But yeah, she looked very good against Jess Pegula, who didn't show up, to be fair. Pegula, she did not play very well. But Azarenka did play very, very well. So Oh, I've just had a first serve percentage here for this third set. It's 92% for Lehecka, 50% for Tsitsipas. She was setting the breakup as well. I remembered it being a fairly close match, but yeah. You know what? That feels like forever ago. That really does. Oh, lob from Lehecka. Tsitsipas runs for it. Oh, Lehecka shanked it. Goodness me. The racket goes flying. Oh my goodness. How did Lehecka not win that point? 30-15. Are we going to get a replay of this? Right, here we go. So Lehecka with the drop shot. Tsitsipas comes in. Lehecka lobs it over the head of Tsitsipas. Tsitsipas runs back. There is an open court for Lehecka to put it into. And it completely hits the top of the frame. Oh, goodness me. 30-15. Second serve for Lehecka. Tsitsipas with the backhand return down the middle. The forehand from Lehecka runs up for the forehand Tsitsipas. Lehecka with a cross-court forehand. Backhand cross-court from Tsitsipas is just wide. 40-15. It's just the audio platforms. I tried to do YouTube, but you can't get the YouTube for podcasts outside of the US right now. Because it's just audio content. So, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google, and all that jazz. Oh, what a serve from Lehecka. Ace down the tee. Seals the game. Lehecka evens things back up at 3 games apiece. Oh, I reckon New Bencic, Pegula, and Coco wouldn't win this Grand Slam. Yeah, I didn't think Bencic was going to take it, and I probably didn't think Coco either. Maybe she's not quite there yet, Coco. I mean, she's just 18. I have no doubt she will win at some point. But I thought maybe Pegula had a chance. And I'm still thinking Sabalenka is going to have a chance. I'm going to be delusional Saba fan. Oh, how many shanks in this match have come off the racket of Stefanos TSITSIPAS right now? I think this is the 6th time I'll have pressed this button. Yeah, that's the thing. Well, the mental pressure that Sabalenka's under. I mean, we know that she's faced it before, but I just feel like maybe something is different in this tournament. Serving half volley from Tsitsipas here, but Lehecka puts it away, and it's love 30. Yeah, I hope she can kind of get over that mental hurdle, and it seems like she has so far. But yeah, we'll see how she gets on in these latter stages of the tournaments. But yeah, I think it's going to be Sabalenka Rybak in a final. You should be able to find it on Amazon Music, Lamberto. It should be there. Ah, thanks, Ronan. Appreciate that. Shankanos Tsitsipas. He's hit like 6 of them. So, love 30. The first real signs of pressure on Tsitsipas' serve in a good while. And a double fault. Brings up 3 break points for Jiri Lehecka out of nowhere. Really come out of nowhere, this. Here are the crowd. So, Lehecka, he's not broken the Tsitsipas serve yet. He's had 5 break points and they've all been saved. What can Tsitsipas do here to get himself out of trouble? Can't find the ace. Went for it down the tee. So a second serve on triple set point. If he just ticked past 2 hours for this one. Lehecka with the backhand return into the net. Oh, that was a chance on the second serve for Lehecka. So 15-40. First break point saved. Is Apostolos trying to give him some advice here? Okay, break point number 2 for Lehecka. And another second serve to look at. Can he do something with this one? Finds the serve. The forehand return from Lehecka. 4-1 from Tsitsipas. That's good. Had Lehecka going the other way. He saved another break point of Stefanos Tsitsipas. 30-40. One more to go. I'm not sure if I'll be covering anything tomorrow. I mean, there's only the single night session match tomorrow. Everything else will pretty much be overnight for me. So probably not. Oh, an ace down the tee for Tsitsipas and a massive reaction from Stefanos as he saves 3 break points to get himself to deuce. What a reaction from Tsitsipas with ace number 7. So in the ones in February and March, yes, because I think they've extended the deadline until April, I think it is, in terms of the entry requirements. So he won't be able to enter Indian Wells in Miami. I'm pretty sure that's a certain. US Open is yet to be decided, I think, because I think the deadline was extended to April, I believe. Okay, here we go. Deuce. Backhand cross court from Lehecka. Backhand from Tsitsipas. Back cross court goes Lehecka. Tsitsipas down the middle. The forehand from Lehecka. Backhand again from Tsitsipas. Massive forehand from Lehecka. Tsitsipas digs it out. Oh, and into the net goes the volley from Lehecka. And Tsitsipas with a massive roar because he's just saved 3 set points and now he's got the advantage. Oh, what a get out of jail this would be for Tsitsipas. Yeah, I'm hoping for the same as well, Umberto. I'm fingers crossed for Rublev. And MJ, yeah, Rafa will be out for those because he's out for 6 to 8 weeks with the rehab for that hip injury. So I think that would count him out of Indian Wells and Miami, but he should be back in time for sort of the clay season, Rafa. So game point, Tsitsipas. Oh, he's missed it. The backhand wide. So back to deuce we go. Deuce number 2. Can't quite get over the line just yet, Tsitsipas. Yes, I've noticed the Rublo brand. It's brilliant. I love it. I am here for it. Andrei Rublev. He's just such a good soul. Yeah, I know. But we can all dream. No. Oh, Lehecka really went for that return there, and he's just missed it wide. So it is advantage Tsitsipas. Yeah, there's been a lot of talk about the Djokovic injury, hasn't there? A lot, some players saying, well, it didn't look like he was injured yesterday and against Deminor and whatnot. So I'm not going to try and speculate too much on that. But yeah, he is the heavy favorite, isn't he? Now, unfortunately, I had Rafa picked. I really wanted him to defend his title, but yeah, not to be with the injury. Oh, has he made that Tsitsipas? Oh, he has. He's cleaned the line. Stefanos Tsitsipas from love 40 down produced some brilliant tennis to get himself back ahead in this third set. It is 4-3. What a game of tennis that was. And what an escape from Stefanos Tsitsipas. Yeah, don't blame him for not wanting to wear the night colours here. Sinner's outfit is all right, actually, the night, because he's just got the plain blue top and the pink shorts, which is fine. I kind of like that, but yeah. The other pattern I'm not such a fan of. Oh, hey, Manrest, welcome back. It was going too easily for Steph. He had to make it a bit more difficult for himself. But yeah, no, credit to him to get out of that little hole. And well, Rafa does get his own designs from Nike because I've never seen another player wear what Rafa wears. He gets his own little Nike collection. So yeah, Rafa's outfit actually was good. This year. Yeah, I love looking at the kids. So Tsitsipas. 4-3 in this third set. 2 sets to love to the good. He was the better player in that opening set. Just needed the single break. Faced none of his own. Second set was a lot closer, but Tsitsipas took the tiebreak easily. So, how was this third set going to play out? Second serve here for Lehecka. Aussie lad, is the AO your favourite Grand Slam? Well, I love the Australian Open, but because of the time difference, it's hard to make it my favourite slam because I can't see it all. It's also the only slam I've never been to in person, so I really, really want to get there. But I love it. I love it. It's hard for me to pick a favourite slam, to be honest. Part of me wants to say Wimbledon because, like, you know, growing up here in the UK and whatnot, it's what I used to watch on TV as a kid, and I love the grass as well. But yeah, Melbourne is I do love it. I do love it. Yeah, if I could stay up like an owl, then I probably would. And a double fault from Lehecka here. That was a close one as well. That is double fault number 4 of the match for Lehecka. Gives love 30 to Tsitsipas. After having those chances in the previous game, now Tsitsipas with an opening. That's a great serve from Lehecka. It's a good return, but Lehecka's there with the volley. That's a great save. 15-30. Yeah, I was saying that earlier. I can't really complain because most of the year it does favour us. So I'll let you Aussies have it. But yeah. It would be right up there if I could stay up and watch it all. But yeah, Wimbledon probably if I had to pick. But it's so hard. Every time a slam comes around, I'm like, this one's my favorite, and then the next one comes and I change my mind again. But yeah, I think Wimbledon. Okay, so Lehecka 15-30. Oh, what a forehand from Lehecka. 30 all. Here's the guy with the yellow shirt and the sunglasses in Lehecka's box, standing up on every point. Yeah, that was too good. 164 mile an hour winner there. Kilometer an hour winner there, sorry. That would have been incredible. Okay, 30 all. Still, a potential chance for break here. Finds the first serve, the block backhand return, another forehand from Lehecka. Tsitsipas with the lob. Lehecka at the net. Puts it away easily enough, and it's 40-30. I know. Djokovic will be playing Tsitsipas in a Grand Slam final for the first time and a second time for Tsitsipas. I can't get over that he'd forgotten that he played Stefanos TSITSIPAS in a Grand Slam final and beaten him from 2 sets to love down. I can't just... Oh, that's a good service hold for Lehecka there. From love 30 down. He could have really lost the momentum. You often see that when a player has chances on the opponent's serve and then struggles. Doesn't take them and then struggles on their own serve. But credit to him, he's gotten through that. So it is 4 games apiece. Oh, I haven't got the business end button out yet during this match. I've forgotten all about that button. Here we go. We are at the business end of this third set and potentially the match. And 15 love for Tsitsipas as that backhand goes into the net from Lehecka. Thank you very much. I'm not ignoring you. Sometimes it's hard. It's trying to keep an eye on all your comments and on the tennis as well. And then I've got all my Australian Open tabs open. I've got the draw open. I've got my schedule. There's a lot of stuff to keep track of. You should see me during the first couple of days of a slam. I got things everywhere. And that's long on the return from Lehecka, 13 love. Tsitsipas with a great serve down the tee. And that is long on the return from Lehecka again. 40 love. So he'd love a game to love here. Tsitsipas after the troubles he was in on serve in the previous game. Put himself a game away from the semi-finals here once again at the Australian Open. Remember, he lost to Daniil Medvedev previously. Oh, what a serve. What a service game from Stefanos TSITSIPAS. Ace number 8 for the Greek. Gives him a 5-4 lead in this third set, and he is a game away from the semi-finals and a match against Karen Khachanov. Yeah, I mean, yeah, like I said, I thought Rafa at the beginning, but with that injury, really unfortunate. I think the way that injury, I mean, it was a concern for everybody. I thought, honestly, the way that it looked and the way he was describing it, I really thought, the injury was going to be a huge issue for Djokovic. But in that match against the Minor, it was not at all. And he played so well. So I don't know. I don't know how that hamstring injury is going to hold up. Crossing my fingers for Rublev to make it a competitive match tomorrow. But don't say that, Lamberto. Rafa for Roland Garros 2023 and 2024 and 2025. Rafa for Roland Garros till the rest of time. Yeah, he does, doesn't he? Like, it's, yeah. Lehecka's got a really cool button. Tsitsipas needs to get a better one. No, I'm kidding. I'm sorry, Ben. So Lehecka serving to stay in the match. As you say, 4 points to Steph for the win. But that's good from Lehecka with that forehand. And Steph going the wrong way. 15 love. Are we going to get another tiebreak, maybe? Lehecka, 15 love, first serve into the net. How many likes have we got? 69. Oh, go on. Let's get... No, is 100 too... Well, if this goes to a 4 set, we can get 100 likes. Hit that button if you haven't already. So here we go. The forehand cross-court from Tsitsipas, forehand from Lehecka, backhand cross-court Tsitsipas, backhand cross-court Lehecka, Tsitsipas with that one-handed backhand. Into the net goes Lehecka, 15 all. 3 points. 3 points away is Tsitsipas. Yeah, with the Olympics in Paris next year, going to be played at Roland Garros. Could it be another gold medal for Rafa Nadal? Yeah, because he's already got the one, hasn't he? Rafa, he's got all the big titles except for the ATP finals, hasn't he, Rafa? And of course, he has the most Grand Slams. Lehecka with the great one too. Tsitsipas now with the lob. Lehecka with the volley. Yeah, deals with it well. 30-15. I'm a big Federer fan, as you all know. For me, I got my Roger Federer T-shirt the other day as well. I got it for Christmas. I was trying to get one for ages, so I'm I'm chuffed with that now. Yeah, Lamberto, they're using Roland Garros. Yeah, it has been announced. So yeah, Rafa's gonna love that. Yeah, we had Wimbledon in 2012 for London with Andy Murray winning that, and it's going to be Roland Garros for 2024. And 2 points away is Tsitsipas here now. In terms of the 1000s, we're talking. I meant sort of the Grand Slams, the Olympics, and the ATP finals. I was talking about in terms of the biggest ones, but yeah. Yeah, he doesn't like the indoors, does he, Rafa, at all? Finds the serve, does Lehecka, comes into the net, Tsitsipas, finds the pass, and it's match point. He passes in with a backhand cross-court, and Stefanos Tsitsipas has got a match point.
Match point.
30-40 on the Lehecka serve. This for a spot in the Australian Open semi-final. Match point, Tsitsipas. nets the first serve. He's got a second serve to look at here, Tsitsipas. I'd have to probably say Ben Shelton and Jiri Lehecka. Here we go, forehand return, backhand return, sorry, another forehand from Tsitsipas. Lehecka with the forehand again. Backhand cross-court from Tsitsipas. Backhand cross, into the net goes Lehecka! And Stefanos TSITSIPAS has done it. Stefanos TSITSIPAS has got a straight sets win over Jiri Lehecka, who, look out for this guy, this 21-year-old, next-gen finalist. Jiri Lehecka, he's going to do some good things in tennis, but Stefanos TSITSIPAS, he's got a really good win there. 6-3, 7-6, 6-4. And he is through to the semi-finals to face Karin Khachanov for a spot in the Australian Open final and for a chance at world number 1. Right, that is it. That is all the tennis for today. 2 matches back to back. It's a nice way to come back. Stefanos TSITSIPAS with the win. But yes, so we've seen wins for Elena Rybakina, for Karin Khachanov, for Vika Azarenka, and now for Stefanos TSITSIPAS in straight sets. He's through. So everybody go get some sleep, or, well, it's lunchtime for me here now, but, you know, get ready for the tennis that starts again tonight at 11 a.m. or from midnight here. Starts with Karolina Pliskova versus Magda Linette to kick things off. Remember, there's just a single night session singles match tomorrow. So the 3-day session singles, and then it's Rublev Djokovic for the night session, which starts half an hour later than usual. It's from 7:30 p.m. Rather than 7. So thanks very much, Lamberto. I hope you've all enjoyed these streams. It's great to be back, and I'll catch you for some more Australian Open magic. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you again.